All right, Reds, gather round. We're back with another absolute bombshell that's going to leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about our summer transfer strategy. If you caught our last video, you'll know we've been through the emotional roller coaster of Ramon Sosa's departure to Palmeiras, but what I'm about to reveal will show you exactly why that move was just the beginning of a much bigger story. We're talking about youth development, about long-term vision, and about a decision that could shape the future of goalkeeping at the City Ground for years to come. But before we dive into this absolute madness, smash that like button if you're still buzzing from our European upgrade possibilities. Drop a comment with your thoughts on how we're building for the future. And don't forget to subscribe because what's coming next will blow your mind. The summer of 2025 has been teaching us harsh lessons about the realities of modern football, hasn't it? We've seen experienced players like Sosa move on to pastures new. We've watched UEFA play political games with our European dreams, and we've been waiting with bated breath for signings that seem to take forever to materialize. But here's what's been absolutely fascinating me. While we've been focused on the drama, the uncertainty, and the big-name speculation, the club has been quietly, methodically building something extraordinary behind the scenes. Something that speaks to the very heart of what Nottingham Forest represents. Nurturing talent, creating opportunities, and believing in the future. You see, when Harry Griffiths made his move to Notts County, it left a void in our academy ranks that needed filling. Not just any filling, mind you, but the right kind of filling. The kind that shows ambition, quality, and a genuine commitment to developing the next generation of Forest legends. And that's exactly where our story gets absolutely incredible, because the club didn't just settle for any available goalkeeper. They went out and won a proper battle for one of the most promising young talents in the country. The competition was fierce. Make no mistake about it. Crystal Palace were in the hunt. And you know how Palace operate. They've got connections, they've got resources, and they've got a track record of attracting young talent. But here's the thing that's got me absolutely buzzing. When push came to shove, when the decision had to be made, there was only one destination that made sense. The City Ground called, and the response was immediate and definitive. Luke Campbell, the 19-year-old goalkeeping sensation who's just chosen to continue his footballing journey with us, turning his back on Crystal Palace and betting his future on what we're building here at Forest. And let me tell you something, this isn't just any ordinary academy signing. This is a statement, a declaration of intent, and a glimpse into the future that should have every single Forest fan excited about what's coming next. Campbell's journey to this point has been absolutely fascinating. 21 appearances for various Chelsea Academy ranks isn't just a number. It's a testament to quality, consistency, and the kind of development that only comes from being part of a top-level academy system. Chelsea don't just hand out appearances to anyone, especially not to goalkeepers. The competition is ruthless, the standards are impossibly high, and the fact that Campbell not only survived but thrived in that environment tells you everything you need to know about his character and ability. But here's where it gets really interesting. Campbell didn't just leave Chelsea and accept the first offer that came his way. He had options, real options, and he chose us. That's not accident. That's not coincidence. That's recognition. Recognition of what this club represents, what Nuno Espirito Santo offers young players, and what the pathway to first-team football looks like at the City Ground. Think about it for a moment. When was the last time you saw a manager willing to throw a young player into the deep end at Wembley? When was the last time you saw a club back their academy products with actions rather than just words? Zach Abbott against Manchester City wasn't just a substitution, it was a statement. A statement that said if you're good enough, if you've got the mentality, if you can handle the pressure, then age is just a number. Campbell knows this story, he's studied this pathway, and he's made his choice accordingly. With Matt Sells and Carlos Miguel currently holding down the first team spots, there's no immediate pressure, no desperate need to throw him in before he's ready. Instead, there's time to develop, time to learn, time to understand what it means to be a Forest goalkeeper. But make no mistake, the pathway is clear, the opportunity is real, and the potential is absolutely enormous. The timing of this signing couldn't be more perfect either. We're about to embark on our European adventure, whether that's in the Conference League or the Europa League, and that means more games, more opportunities, more chances for squad players to prove themselves. Cup competitions, European nights, the inevitable injuries and suspensions that come with a longer season. All of these create windows of opportunity that simply didn't exist before. But here's what's really got me excited about Campbell's arrival. It's not just about what he can do between the posts, it's about what his signing represents. This is a young man who could have stayed in London, could have taken the easier path with Palace, could have chosen comfort over ambition. Instead, he's chosen the city ground, he's chosen challenge, he's chosen to be part of something special. The academy staff at Forest have got an incredible track record of developing young talent, and they're about to get their hands on a goalkeeper who's already proven himself at the highest level of youth football. The combination of Campbell's experience, his potential, and our development system could be absolutely explosive. We're talking about a player who understands pressure, who's used to competition, who's been molded by one of the best academy systems in the world. And here's the kicker. Campbell's arrival isn't happening in isolation. It's part of a bigger picture, a longer-term strategy that's been months, maybe even years in the making. While we've been focused on the immediate drama of transfers and European qualification, the club has been quietly assembling the pieces of a puzzle that's starting to reveal itself. The departure of established players like Sosa, the arrival of promising youngsters like Campbell, the potential European upgrade, the continued faith in academy products, it's all connected, all part of a vision that's bigger than any single transfer window. We're watching the construction of something that could define the next decade of Forest football, and Campbell is one of the foundational pieces. But here's where our story takes another twist, because while we've been celebrating Campbell's arrival and analyzing what it means for our future, there's been another development that's been flying under the radar. Something that could change everything we think we know about our summer plans. Something that could elevate this entire conversation to a completely different level. UEFA's decision about our European competition isn't just about prestige or prize money. It's about the kind of players we can attract, the kind of ambitions we can harbor, and the kind of future we can build. Campbell chose us when our European status was uncertain, when the competition level was unknown, when the pathway to first-team football was just a possibility rather than a guarantee. What happens when that uncertainty disappears? What happens when the Europa League becomes reality? What happens when the city ground is hosting European nights that will be remembered for generations? Campbell's decision to join us now, before all of that is confirmed, shows the kind of character and vision that could make him a Forest legend. The academy ranks are buzzing with excitement. The coaching staff are preparing development plans, and somewhere in the distance, you can almost hear the sound of European nights calling. Campbell has chosen to be part of this journey, chosen to write his name into Forest folklore, chosen to bet his future on what we're building. This is just the beginning, Reds. Campbell's arrival is a sign of things to come, a glimpse of the future, and a reminder that while other clubs chase headlines, we're building something sustainable, something special, something that could last for generations. Hit that like button if you're excited about our goalkeeping future. Drop a comment telling me what you think Campbell can achieve at Forest. And subscribe because this story is far from over. The best is yet to come, and I can't wait to see what happens next.